We're here with John Garrett from Superior Signals, and here at the Electric Operating Conference of the Midwest Energy Association. And John had an interesting shift from, we're all familiar with safety signals. Obviously, they're out there on the trucks trying to prevent accidents, to alert people that there is construction going on or some other kind of repair. But John, what's the goal of the lights?
Safety. Safety is the whole issue. That when these people are out working along the highways, all of our items here are truck-mounted equipment. Guys are working along the highways and construction areas and stuff, and being seen.
How far away is a driver supposed to be able to see a vehicle?
The MEA standards state that you have to be seen at least a mile away. Now, of course, in city traffic, that's going to vary because of the block to block and the turns and that sort of thing. But that's what we have to maintain, is that our lights are visible from that point.
Now, what's changed about these lights? I mean, the safety lights have been around a long time, but what's kind of new?
The LED lighting is the new stuff. It's new generation. Everything in the past, we had naturally incandescent lighting, the old revolving beacons. Eventually they went to halogen type lighting, and now they're to LEDs.
What's the motivation to go to LED? What are some of the reasons why people would do that?
Two things. One is the savings on energy. When they're parked along the highway, right now, especially with the price of fuel and everyone being more conscious of the greenhouse effect and all that, they're wanting to shut these engines off. And when you shut them off with this lighting on, it's easy for the guys when they're busy to forget about the truck, not go back over and start it up, so they could be left with a dead battery on the old lighting. The new LEDs, there's such a small amperage draw that they don't have to be concerned with that anymore.
I think I read somewhere that the old lights were 5 amps?
5 amp or more on some of the older ones.
And the LEDs are only...
a light like this will draw 0.3 to 0.4 amp.
Wow.
So it's a big
10 times less energy. And who wants to come back to a truck that's battery's dead, right?
At the end of the day, you don't want to mess around with that. So that's the big thing. The other thing is the longevity of the light. The strobe systems that we've had in the past, there's a lot of issues there. Some of the strobe systems initially were you'd have to have a power supply, special harnessing, special connectors and that.
It sounds like a lot of stuff that you'd have to troubleshoot if you were trying to figure out why it wasn't working.
Right. And now with the new ones, it's a simple 12-volt type system to a switch. No special wiring required or anything like that. Plus, these lights will have something like a 200,000-hour life expectancy. So, whereas the old lights, you might have to replace strobe tubes once or twice a season, especially the guys, with anything, the more you use it, the sooner you go through the tube on it. So,
and you're finding acceptance of the new bulbs?
Oh yeah.
Good?
Yeah, that's real good. Just about everyone is switching over to the LEDs for these reasons. And the brightness, they keep making improvements on them. There were some issues originally about LED lighting not being bright enough and that to compete with the strobes, but over the last couple of years they've improved that and gotten the intensity up to where they're much brighter now.
Well, it looks like that Superior Signals has got a lot of options, a lot of choices here, and it looks all like you've got some of the gear for replacement items if they haven't switched over the system too.
Right, it's all of the lighting. We'll also get into the backup alarms and that more camera systems where people are starting to use camera systems now for backing and that. Anything that would be a liability issue like that.
John, thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thanks for being here.
All right.